So as you may know, the water in Texas is very low right now, especially Canyon Lake, which is the closest lake to me. It is historically low. And typically there's 20 plus boat ramps available. There's boat ramps all over the place. Right now there was two the last time I went about a week ago. And when I went there, I posted this video on TikTok and it just went crazy. I mean, it's 600,000 views, something crazy like that. Tons of comments. And the reason is because of what I found in the water. I found a car, I found boats, there's a cave that popped out. There's all these crazy things that are typically, 10, 15, 20 feet underwater are now right there. I'm casting to them. This video of this car, I didn't know what it was. I just saw a shadow and I started casting to it, because that's what you do. It's something in the water, maybe it's bricks or something like that. I caught a fish on it almost. I mean, I lost it right here. It was real small. But then as I got closer, yep, that's a car. And it was right in front of a boat ramp. So my guess is someone pushed the car in, stolen car, old car. They didn't have their parking brake on. I mean, there's a lot of scenarios there. And everyone in the comments on that video that I posted were, thinking there's bodies in there. I mean, it's possible, but being so close to the boat ramp, it's plain as day. I'm sure someone's seen it. I'm sure people have taken a look at it. It's right there. I mean, it's not that hard to see. There's people, still using the boat ramp, even though they can't launch it. It's now just a park, but there's also boats in the water. There's another area I went to and there was a boat with trees all in it. It looked like it was put there on purpose. It was like the trees were planted inside of that as maybe a fish habitat or something. I don't know this situation, but it's kind of funny because the boat looked in pretty good shape. I mean, the glass was still intact. Obviously the boat wasn't floating, or I wasn't gonna try to jump in that boat, but it was there and it was in pretty good shape actually. There's sailboats. The caves are pretty cool too, and those are something I've seen on the news. People are talking about these reemergence of caves. I went up to it, checked it out, tried to cast into it, tried to catch a fish. I didn't there, but I did catch fish in a lot of other places. Even though the water's low, it's not ideal. It's obviously better when the water's high. It's easier to get around. There's water in the trees along the shoreline. But I was catching fish on Alabama rigs. I caught some on chatterbaits by a marina. Caught some on spinner baits on the hydrilla. I mean, there's a lot of ways to catch fish out there. Even though it's hard to get to, that's actually probably a positive because it's harder to launch now. It's kind of a pain because it's so low, but a lot of those fish are going to be a lot less pressured because there's not so many people out there fishing. So I guess that's just me looking at the positive of it. There's definitely a need for some rain, but I thought it was pretty interesting, all the stuff that I found that just reemerged in the bottom of Canyon Lake.